They say imitation is the greatest form of flattery. But what if the imitation is worth billions of dollars? What if no permission was secured? Does it still seem like flattery or a classic case of daylight robbery? This is China's growth story in a nutshell. Ingenuity has never been the driver of Chinese progress. Instead, it was happy being the world's photocopier. Anything you saw in the West had a Chinese variant, cheaper, less durable, but indistinguishable at first glance. For the longest time, China was okay with this, replicating products from elsewhere. The patent laws in China permitted this. In the name of import substitution, Western duplicates flooded the market. Then in the late 70s, Deng Xiaoping opened the floodgates. Foreign producers could now access the untapped Chinese market. They could invest money. So China went from being a photocopier to a factory. But still, no ingenuity. Under Xi Jinping, China wants to shed this tag. It wants to be original, inventive. But these are not qualities that you can enforce. So China's workaround is intellectual property rights. Scoop up as many patents and trademarks as you can. It's a classic case of hanging degrees on the wall. They're impressive, but they're not a guarantee of genius. So how does China plan on doing this? The first is what many experts call stealing your way to success. Forced technology transfers. It's simple, it's shrewd, and it's extremely unfair. Whenever a foreign firm wants to enter the Chinese market, the government lays out a condition. Share your technology and the market access is yours. This was one of the reasons behind the trade war with America. Then there's the issue of implementing laws. Now, since the mid-1980s, China does have a patent system. But then again, having laws and enforcing them are two very different matters. In most democracies, this is not a problem. But behind China's Great Wall of Secrecy, laws are more political than judicial. This is China's makeover plan to go from being a copier to being seen as a creator. And it fits perfectly with Xi Jinping's larger global ambitions. To go from an ally to an alliance leader, from an aspiring power to a world-beating hegemon. But here's the catch. China's makeover as a creator is largely cosmetic. 20% of products in China are counterfeits. It's so popular that they even have a word for it. Shanzai. For China to reinvent itself as a creator, it will have to start from the bottom. For starters, there is no entrepreneurial culture. And understandably so. China loves singularity. They are one leader, one party, one culture. There is simply no room for diversity of thought. But there are exceptions. The likes of Alibaba's Jack Ma and Tencent's Pony Ma. Instead of celebrating them, Beijing wants to make an example out of them. One speech criticizing Chinese regulators, and Jack Ma is now out of China's top 3 richest men. So much for becoming a powerhouse of innovation. China scooped up thousands of patents in the last decade, but where is China's answer to Apple or Google? The fact is that instead of creating world-beating ideas, China has been content with copying them. Some, like Huawei, have had limited success, but since Chinese companies come with the baggage of Chinese politics, they're never really welcomed with open arms. Xi Jinping is on a mission to change this. But what if he is the problem? Let's go back in history. The Chinese invented gunpowder, the compass, paper money, long-distance banking. They never had a problem with innovation until the communist regime came to power. The rigidities of communist China have throttled ingenuity. Patents and trademarks will not help. Promoting free thought and entrepreneurship will. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.